I've never been to Ilocos, but I've heard a lot of stories about it from my dad. He must have shared hundreds of stories about Ilocos, the people, the food, and the place. Naturally, I got curious. That curiosity ends now because we're heading on a journey to the north, starting with a morning drive to experience the wavy seas of La Union, a weekend stay at Calle Crisolog, and we will move further up north to Laoag, Ilocos Norte. On this trip, we will try the local food stores, find the hidden coffee shop, ride the calesa, and have our first bite of Ilocos Empanada. We also took the opportunity to try authentic Ilocano food in Dawang's Eatery at Laoag, such as Tinuno, Pinakbet, and Sinanglaw. Joining us in this trip is my girlfriend Iya, and we're driving my very reliable daily workhorse, my 2016 Toyota Fortuner. I'm Enzo Garcia, and this is Road Stories. This is one of the most pleasurable things to experience. Wake up early, wash my face, and with all things packed and ready to go, all that's left to do is hop into the car and drive. Part of my ritual is to stop by at the convenience store to get a freshly brewed cup of strong coffee. I like the one in 7-Eleven, consistently good enough coffee for its price, and you can get it almost anytime and anywhere. Driving this early means you get to catch the golden sunrise and watch it illuminate everything that you see, until it lights up the world and gives color to it. It's one of those simple pleasures which, admittedly, I rarely see nowadays. According to the navigation, it will take us 7 hours to reach Vigan City. So we decided to take a rest halfway, and that halfway point is San Juan, La Union. San Juan, La Union is a popular destination for surfers during summer. Luckily, there weren't many people today, so Iya was able to take a relaxing dip. We also bought coffee from El Union. I chose the Dirty Horchata. Dulce Cafe and Dirty Horchata, my favorite coffee flavor. This is a day we're taking very slowly, unhurried to reach our destination. Taking as many photos and videos as we could while still being able to soak the experience. We stayed here for 3 hours. Refreshed, happy, and relaxed, we continue the drive. From our first stop at San Juan, La Union, it was still about 3.5 hours of drive to reach Ilocos Sur, and eventually Vigan City. But the drive wasn't bad at all. In fact, I was amazed by how different the roads are here compared to what we have in the central region. Most of the roads in Ilocos, at least those that we drove in, were mostly smoothly paved. Driver etiquette here is much better too. Road users are more forgiving and cool-headed. The drive may have been long, but it was never boring. The fresh scenery and the long and winding roads compensated for it. And then we arrived at Westlock Park Hotel in Vigan, our temporary home on this trip, situated just a block away from Calle Crisolog. We checked into our room, settled down for a while, and freshened up, but we couldn't wait to see Calle Crisolog. Calle Crisolog has a life of its own, distinct from its neighboring streets and alleys which are mostly quiet. Calle Crisolog is lively, but it was never noisy. It is a place full of activities, especially in the afternoon up until nighttime. Despite its busyness, there seems to be a different kind of peace in here. The stone-paved roads hit differently, especially when you've spent most of your life in the concrete jungle of the metro. These century-old houses turned commercial stores gave me a glimpse of what beauty used to be like before our society went bonkers with modernization. We're not exhausting ourselves tonight because we have several days to explore Ilocos, so we went for an early dinner at Cafe Bigaa. I ordered this lomi served in a palayok. Canton soaked in thickened chicken broth, egg dropped and whisked, alongside chicken heart and chicken liver for protein. With just enough saltiness, this hearty soup really soothed my aching body from the grueling drive that I had. And Iya, on the other hand, went for the aglio olio pasta with Spanish-style sardines. It's the total opposite of the lomi. The umami is more profound and the saltiness is bolder. I like the al dente pasta, fresh tomato slices, and the main character of this dish, which is the Spanish sardines. I got this leftover bread, topped off all the remaining pasta, tomato, and sardines on it, and indulged myself with 2 consecutive bites of this delightful concoction of mine. After our dinner, we went for a walk. I love the small town feel of Calle Crisolog. There's something in it that makes me feel like I belong here. Maybe it's because my paternal grandfather is an Ilocano, which makes me 25% Ilocano. Vigan is a large town, and this area of century-old houses is just a small part of it. Although it's deemed a city, it sleeps early as 7 p.m. The street where our hotel is located is already quiet, and the neighboring alleys have started to wind down too. Except for Calle Crisolog. Calle Crisolog is more alive at night than daytime. Warm lights illuminating the stone-clad street give it a cozier vibe. Its beauty shines more, and the tourists here tirelessly explore the provincial nightlife. Tired from the trip that we did today, Iya and I decided to call it a night. We went back to Calle Crisolog the next morning, and the street is back on its traditional feel. No evidence of the good times people had the past night. It still feels surreal to me. It's just my second day here, and I'm beginning to love it. The adjacent streets, all the way to Municipal Plaza, has a real beauty that truly resonates in me. Especially for someone who likes history, old places, and old stuff. Last night, Iya found a gelato place called Halika around the corner of Crisolog. We ordered the coconut cashew in a cone. We couldn't get enough of it, so this morning, we went back and ordered the same thing. For just 150 pesos, you will enjoy this treat, and the serving is large enough for 2 persons. While enjoying the ice cream, we took the opportunity to see more of Vigan. So we hired Tatay and his 4-year-old horse Iskoro to tour us around town in his kalesa. Iskoro is a very strong horse. He seems unburdened by our weight, and since we're there, I took the opportunity to ask Tatay about his horse.
Tay, ilang horsepower po itong kabayo niya? 1 horsepower. Pero malakas sa akyatan, no, Tay? And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time, and we may change our mind.
hotel where we stayed has a restaurant on its ground floor. It looked nice, so Iya and I decided to eat our dinner here. The restaurant is Calle. No large signages outside, just this small wooden signboard hanging over the sidewalk. But once you enter, you will be mesmerized by its relaxing interior. The opportunity to try their crispy bagnet, they say that this is a native recipe. We ordered chicken steak. I ordered their local cuisine, which is bagnet, and Iya ordered the chicken steak. The closest thing to a bagnet is lechon kawali. In Pampanga, we either dip lechon kawali in vinegar or sweet and spicy liver sauce. But here, they have this ensalada that consists of chopped onion, tomato, and topped with chili. What's interesting here is that all these are soaked in boneless bagoong. I found it weird to have this complement my bagnet, but I was keen to try.
Sarap yung bagnet nila.
Anghang?
Nalagyan ko ng chili.
To my surprise, it was good. The bagnet itself isn't salty. It was focused more on providing great texture contrast between the crunchy skin, soft fat, and the firm pork fibers. It was delicious on its own, but the boneless bagoong ensalada brought several layers of flavors. Here's what Iya ordered: grilled chicken steak. This is a serving of boneless chicken thigh with numerous taste profiles depending on where you bite it. The meat is salty and tasty, and the skin has a tinge of lime and charcoal, kinda like it's rubbed with tahin seasoning. The great contrast between the salty chicken meat and its sour skin made this grilled chicken the hero of our dinner tonight. A little over 80 kilometers from Vigan is Laoag, Ilocos Norte. If you drive fast enough, you'll get there in 2 hours. But what's the point of driving if you can't enjoy the scenery? I decided to take things slow. Soaking up all the beautiful places I see, be it an interesting town, the occasional sight of the sea, the undulating mountain roads, and at times, driving spiritedly. The first destination is Paway Church. I used to see this only in postcards back when I was young. Simply a chapter in our Philippine history books. It is massive from the outside, and whether or not you're a Catholic, it can't be denied that Paway Church is legitimately a wonderful piece of old architecture. We continued our trip to Laoag, and along the way, we passed by the Paway Lake and saw a signage going to the Malacanang of the north. So naturally, we took a side trip and followed it. But instead of going inside, we decided to follow the road around it. And we got a closer view of Paway Lake. What a peaceful place. Then we reached Laoag, Ilocos Norte. This massive arch welcomed us, and the long and wide bridge that led to the capital of Ilocos Norte. And a few minutes from there, we arrived at Dawang's Eatery sa Laoag. Tucked in a small home repurposed into an eatery, it serves native Ilocano dishes. I'm told that this is Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s favorite dining spot in the city. It has also hosted several popular personalities, cementing itself as a go-to spot when you're in Laoag. Iya and I ordered Tinuno, Pinakbet, and Sinanglaw, which is highly recommended by my dad, and I'm here to find out why. Starting with the Tinuno or grilled pork. This grilled pork has a natural taste to it. No exaggerated flavors, just a clean taste of tender pork meat with a hint of charred wood. The Pinakbet consists of okra, slices of ampalaya, and other veggies soaked in boneless fish bagoong, or as we call in Pampanga, alubebe. I am very familiar with Pinakbet because my dad often cooks this in our house. And I just realized how good my dad cooks because our Pinakbet at home tastes just like this, if not better. Packed with umami from the bagoong, which enhances the taste of every vegetable in it. Finally, we taste the sinanglaw. I am not exaggerating, but it's the beefiest soup I have ever tasted so far. You won't expect that this clear broth would taste this way, but it does. It's a real hearty soup that is unassuming but tastes so delicious. Simple presentation, served in a bowl, and eaten in a corner of Dawang's eatery, this soup leaves its mark. Simple as it might be, sinanglaw captured my heart and my ever-curious taste buds. Before we ended our Laoag trip, we searched for a good coffee spot and we found Overclock, an alfresco coffee shop hidden in a resort just a few minutes away from the city center. Precise measurement, patience, and real knowledge about the beans that provide the addictive caffeine kick. This is what Overclocked is all about. One beverage caught my attention, the one named Magic. They warned me about it because of its unusual taste, which is very repulsive for other people, according to them, and that it might be too in-your-face bold and unique. But being the stubborn person that I am, I treat warnings like these as invitations to taste my limits. So I ordered it. Iya, on the other hand, ordered a Laoag latte, a local take on Spanish latte. This one possesses a fruity aftertaste and is delivered smoothly by the oat milk used in the latte. The Magic is a hybrid of coffee and mocktail, and upon tasting, it made sense why it's repulsive to others. Not that it's bad, it's actually good, but because it tastes nowhere near your expectations. This unique taste can be attributed to their homemade syrup made from backyard Ilocano lime called Perez. Well-fed and happy, coffee cravings fulfilled, and the longing for a good vacation satisfied, we're ready to head back home. But not without sharing a significant part of our journey, one of the substantial reasons why we went to Ilocos. The Ilocos Empanada. A street food that I've been wanting to taste for years since I first tasted it in Pampanga.
Ano po yan?
Papaya.
Papaya? Ah, okay. Hindi siya repolyo. Yung orig...
Alternate po.
Okay.
Walang papaya.
Repolyo. Tapos yan po, ito yung longganisa. Saka itlog.
I have always wondered how original and locally made Ilocos Empanadas taste, and that's one of the reasons why I was excited for this trip. Throughout our entire stay in Ilocos, I have eaten 8 empanadas and I still want more. Let me show you where we've been. I tasted my first ever local Ilocos Empanada in Irene's Vigan Empanada, just a few steps from Calle Crisolog.
The best way of eating this is dividing it in half at the middle, and you eat from the middle towards the crust, so you can enjoy every content of it. Don't forget the suka.
And honestly, I was surprised by how it tastes. Far from those that I have tasted so far outside Ilocos. It's moist and tasty inside, but the crunchy and salty crust is what made it unique.
Very crunchy.
Out of all the empanadas I have tasted in this journey, this one was the most memorable. If you're in Ilocos Norte, be sure to drop by Batak Riverside Empanadaan, an entire establishment dedicated to Ilocos Empanadas. First, let's try Lani's Batak Special Empanada.
Peanut.
Yeah. It's hot.
Today.
So according to the barista in Overclock, they recommended that we go here in Batak, and that the Ilocos Empanada here is tastier. Lutong. It's good.
The next one is Glory's Empanada.
Isang special pa. This one is from Lola Glory. Init. Oh wow. Mas malas ito. It's a bit salty. Really?
Iya prefers Lani's while I like Lola Glory's. That's when I realized that empanadas may wear the same golden crust, but each one carries its own flavor. And with that, the eating experience will be different. It's up to you to decide which one suits you best. I ate 3 large empanadas here, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's been a long time since I went on a trip like this, one where there's no specific plan, but with just a few goals in mind: to drive, taste the empanada, and try the sinanglaw. I'm not one who plans every minute of the drive. In a way, I prefer going where the wind takes me, and this time, it blew in the right direction, to Ilocos, a place full of heritage, a place pretty much stuck in its good old ways, and that's the beauty of it. But I discovered a lot more: the bold flavors, the great coffee spots, and the long and winding roads spanning across mountains, boulders, and seasides. Adding more sentiment to the trip is that I'm driving my favorite car that has been with me for almost a decade, taking me to and from different destinations. I love the air here, the metaphorical air of familiarity, probably because of my Ilocos roots or my dad's never-ending good stories about it. Or maybe Ilocos is just truly a wonderful place that welcomes everyone with warmth, surprises them with flavor, and makes them want to stay longer because of its inexplicable calmness, which is rare nowadays. Whatever the reason is, Iya and I are leaving this place with our hearts full of wonderful memories and a box full of Irene's Vigan Empanada. My name is Enzo, and this is Road Stories. Thanks for watching.